You're the co-chair of the new national PAC, Make America Just Again. Can you talk to us about what's the goal here?
Well, makeajustagain.org is designed to expose these soft on crime, George Soros backed DAs, and these brain dead soft on crime policies that masquerade as criminal justice reform. They're allowing bad guys to roam on the streets and harm innocent individuals. We've got people like George Gascon here in LA County. You've got people like Alvin Bragg in Manhattan. Somebody named Larry Krasner in Philadelphia, all of whom got in because of George Soros backed money, or the kind of money that's sympathetic to George Soros' ideas, which are basically that the criminal justice system is inherently racist. Cops are targeting black people just because they're black. And by the way, bad guys really are victims of society as opposed to people who are to be held up to for the crime they commit. Also talking about some of these soft on crime policies like cashless bail, like Proposition 47 and 57 in California that lowered all sorts of categories of crime from violent offenses to non-violent offenses. I kid you not, after Proposition 57, rape of an intoxicated victim is now considered to be a non-violent offense. Serial arson, non-violent offense. Assault of a police officer, non-violent offense. And when it's done, it's allowed bad guys to be on the streets longer, bad guys not to suffer the consequences of what they've done. And the people that are disproportionately hurt by this are the very black and brown people living in the inner city that people on the left purport to care about.
Larry, I'm sure you've seen reports of this, but I had a conversation a few weeks ago about the videos going viral on TikTok of women in New York getting punched by random men. And I was talking to a public defender in Manhattan, and she said that bail reform actually makes the city more safe. What's your response to that?
Bail reform makes the city more safe. Allowing bad guys to be on the streets who wouldn't be on the streets so they can reoffend makes things more safe. I don't get it. That's the kind of thinking behind these soft on crime George Soros backed DAs. They really believe that if you don't hold people accountable, somehow crime goes down. You know, criminals may be criminals, but they're not stupid. If you make it more likely that somebody is not going to be arrested, more likely somebody's not going to be convicted, more likely that someone's not going to be incarcerated, crime will go up. They may be bad guys, but they're not stupid. It's real simple.
According to statistics, crime and violent crime has gone down year over year, according to the FBI. Do you think that crime in America, that it's rising, that it's increasing, is a perception problem opposed to reality?
I do not. Take Philadelphia. In the last few years, the homicide rate is probably about 50% what it was before. And I got to tell you, a lot of people are simply not calling in crimes when they're committed because they don't believe the police are going to help them. They believe the bad guys are not going to be held accountable. So crime is underreported. There's no question in the last few years, crime in places like New York, Chicago, LA, are in fact up. What they do is they take 1 year where it's gone down from the year before, and they tell you that the crime has gone down. Look at a year like 2018 or 2019, and look at where crime is now in many of these cities, and you will find that they are in fact up.